We will be traveling south through the hinterlands to the ruin of Ostagar, on the edges of the Korkari Wilds. The Tevinter Imperium built Ostagar long ago to prevent the Wilders from invading the northern lowlands.
Oh dear, the Tevinter.
It's fitting we make our stand here, even if we face a different foe within that forest. The King's forces have clashed with the Darkspawn several times, but here is where the bulk of the Horde will show itself. There are only a few Grey Wardens within Ferelden at the moment, but all of us are here. This blight must be stopped, here and now. If it spreads to the north, Ferelden will fall.
Ho there, Duncan.
King Kaelan, I didn't expect
A royal welcome? I was beginning to worry you'd miss all the fun.
Not if I could help it, Your Majesty.
Then I'll have the mighty Duncan at my side in battle after all. Glorious. The other wardens told me you'd found a promising recruit. I take it this is he?
Allow me to introduce you, Your Majesty.
There's no need to be so formal, Duncan. We'll be shedding blood together after all. Ho there, friend. Might I know your name?
This is probably like the first time he's really kind of, okay, apart from Duncan, like actually kind of met a human, really. So I'm no friend of yours, Human Lord. I think he's kind of wary and nervous around humans. I'm no friend of yours, Human Lord. Right? Okay. I like Duncan. I trust Duncan, and he trusts you. Therefore, I trust you. Is kind of probably how he sees it with the king. So he's going to be kind of. He's not going to be kind of, let's give the introductions. He's going to be kind of formal, and I'm Amladan, Your Majesty.
Pleased to meet you. The Grey Wardens are desperate to bolster their numbers, and I, for one, am glad to help them. You are Dalish, are you not? I hear your people possess remarkable skill and honor.
Do you have the same comment you said of yours? No. You know of the Dalish King Kaelan? You're too kind. No. I hear your people possess remarkable... I thought humans considered us dangerous vagrants. I think that's probably how most of his reactions have gone.
To be fair, your people can be a bit standoffish. Not that I blame them, of course. I tell you this, you are very welcome here. The Grey Wardens will benefit greatly with you amongst them. I'm sorry to cut this short, but I should return to my tent. Loghain waits eagerly to bore me with his strategies.
Your uncle sends his greetings and reminds you that Redcliffe forces could be here in less than a week.
Ha! Eamon just wants in on the glory. We've won 3 battles against these monsters, and tomorrow should be no different.
I didn't realise things were going so well.
I'm not even sure this is a true blight. There are plenty of darkspawn on the field, but alas, we've seen no sign of an archdemon.
Disappointed, Your Majesty?
I'd hoped for a war like in the Tales. A king riding with the fabled Grey Wardens against a tainted god. But I suppose this will have to do.
No.
I must go before Loghain sends out a search party. Farewell, Grey Wardens.
What the king said is true. They've won several battles against the Darkspawn here.
Perhaps this isn't a blight after all. He didn't seem to take... I think that's... With what happened with Tamlin, I think Amladan's very wary of them, so he didn't seem to take the Darkspawn very seriously.
True. Despite the victory so far, the Darkspawn horde grows larger with each passing day. By now, they look to outnumber us. I know there is an archdemon behind this, but I cannot ask the king to act solely on my feeling.
Then maybe we should move quickly. You could if you were not such a fool. I don't think, no, I think with the whole kind of dangerous vagrants thing, the skill and honour, I think there's that kind of respect. He wouldn't say that. Do you think there's any danger? Well, obviously he does. Why not? He seems... Why not? He seems to regard the Grey Wardens highly.
Yet not enough to wait for reinforcements from the Grey Wardens of Orlais. He believes our legend alone makes him invulnerable. Our numbers in Ferelden are too few. We must do what we can, and look to Teyrn Loghain to make up the difference. To that end, we should proceed with the joining ritual without delay.
What ritual?
Every recruit must go through a secret ritual we call the joining, in order to become a Grey Warden. The joining is what will cure you of the suffering your tainted blood surely brings you. If it had been possible, I would have done it before now.
Okay, well... Okay, why didn't you tell me about this cure before?
It is a secret, and it is not a simple antidote. The joining is what will make you a Grey Warden.
Am I the only recruit here?
No, there are 2 other recruits here already. They have been waiting for us to arrive.
And what do you need me to do?
Feel free to explore the camp here as you wish. All I ask is that you do not leave it for the time being. There is another Grey Warden in the camp by the name of Alistair. When you're ready, seek him out and tell him it's time to summon the other recruits. Until then, I have business I must attend to. You may find me at the Grey Warden tent on the other side of this bridge, should you need to.
Thank you. I find it interesting that he... a few things. I find it interesting that he warned me not to leave. He says, oh, you shouldn't leave. Well, I'm not planning on leaving. If I leave, I probably die because I've not joined the Grey Wardens. Right. Let's assume the position on the wall. It's always weirds me out a little bit. So yes, here we are, Amladan. It's made it to Ostagar. To Vinter. Ugh. I think it was a person like a kind of statues like this on either side of the mirror. I'm not sure Amladan's going to be happy being reminded of that. It's quite interesting just playing it, just like picking a character and playing through those conversations. You do get slightly different characters. So I think he said different things to Gaheris, who's my main character, who I forgot the name of for a moment for some reason. They're both kind of respectful of the king, but even though he's an elf, he's very different to Nimue, who's very disrespectful to the king because he's had very bad experiences, Dalish Elf Origin, of human nobles. And Jenny, of course, was kind of a bit nervous around him, as was Amladan to an extent. So I really kind of enjoy just including these little bits in. I'm not sure how many people were actually watching them, just to kind of show the difference in characters, and then people could say, this character seems so cool, you should have played him rather than Gaheris. Oh well. Apparently I was reading, and in some places they say that the Dalish Elf is the canonical Grey Warden. And I think maybe the reason for that is, and the reason I was umming and ahhing between this guy and the human noble is, this character is actually the toughest one. Has been the toughest one for me to fit in. So I just went, I'm going to visit the Dalish. Let's have a Dalish Elf Origin. Whereas I think with pretty much any other character, you can slot them in more sensible ways. I mean, City Elf, that's sensible. Human Mage is sensible. The Dwarves, when I visit Orzammar, they'll be popping up. The Human Noble you can do when you deal with Al How, I'm guessing. I didn't really look into it that much because I wanted to do the Human Noble anyway. This one has just been, oh, we're visiting the Dalish Elves. What does Alistair know? What has he heard about? Yeah. As I said at the beginning, Killswitch43, he started a Let's Play of Dragon Age Origins as a Dalish Elf, called Sawyer, if memory serves. He's not uploaded in a while, but I don't know. Maybe he'll start uploading again. In which case, go and check him out. It's quite good. Though some of his episodes are like an hour long, so you really have to set aside time for it. Well, okay. Bye, Amladan. We're going to... that's a bit close. Zoom out. Zoom out! There we go. There's Amladan. He's about to join the Grey Wardens and potentially not die, which is always a good thing in my book. But I was going to say, but that'll be next time. But it won't be, because we'll be joining back with Gaheris, meeting the clan in the Brazilian Forest, which I think is a different clan to the one that Amladan is from. But that will be next time. Thanks for watching, everyone. Thanks for watching.